Well, folks, I am back from Celtic Park. I said I go to the game tonight, and what a result! What a result! It's actually good to come on and be positive for the change. And you know what? What a big result tonight! What a performance! Blew Dundee away. Absolutely outstanding the first half of the game. We were brilliant. Let us know if you can hear me, if the sound's okay as well, just because literally just jumped on coming home. So what a day! What a performance! There's loads to talk about. Well done to Daniel Kelly as well, getting his first Celtic goal, senior Celtic goal. Unbelievable. Unbelievable stuff. So, folks, we'll kick on. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. It'd be really appreciated if you could subscribe. It's free of charge. We really appreciate it. That's it. Gets the goal difference up at the end of the day. Obviously, we scored 6 minutes into the game. Carmen Carter Vickers with a header, a smashing header. Adibita scoring as well tonight. Greg Taylor scoring tonight. Matt O'Reilly scoring. Deza Mayeda, Callum McGregor, Daniel Kelly. Unbelievable. Two cracking assists from Matt O'Reilly as well. He was on form tonight. He was on actually form, and I was questioning him last week, saying, "Is his head not in it?" Well, it looks like that's the performance of champions we need. And as I said, we got to take every game as it comes. Dundee are not a push over the side. This is a team at the end of the day, a sixth in the table. I was literally right beside the away supporters tonight, but some absolute laugh. They were raging. They were absolutely raging. But some weather for it. But we turned the style on. I wish it was like more, to be honest, which is, I know that sounds greedy and sounds a bit spoiled, but I wish it was like 9-1 or 10-1, because I felt like in the second half we kind of went down a gear. And I don't know if you agree with me on watching this now. I felt like we went down a gear. At the end of the day, it's 3 big points. At least we're not sitting back and moaning that we dropped points at Celtic Park tonight. We earned them points. Really good, aggressive football. I like saying them words, aggressive football, because it was aggressive football. There wasn't that tippy-tappy stuff at the back. I thought, Greg Taylor was outstanding. Got a goal, a couple of assists as well. I thought he'd done really well. Yang turned on the studs, and I thought Yang was outstanding. And that's a player I've said I didn't think he'd be good enough in a Celtic shirt, and he really proved it tonight. Do you know the sad thing is, Peter? I was actually going to text you. I actually lost the scarf on the way home on the train. On the way home, the train. Literally, get on the train, and they're telling us that it's the train ahead of us, the front of us. So I ended up rushing off the train, and I lost the scarf. I'm absolutely gutted. I am. So it is what it is. I'm sure I'll get a new one down the line. 2-1. Okay. Air focus was on us tonight, and Alistair Johnson's back creating assists. Carter Vickers is back in the squad. We obviously made changes in the second half. We bring Steamer Welch on, we bring Koyogo on. Koyogo's just obviously still hot and cold. But look at Adamida, what a header. What an absolute header tonight. He's forced Celtic Park goal. 5 goals already so far since he came in the window. I know he's on loan. I had people beside me, 3 people beside me said, "Oh, we should sign him. We should sign him, because it's still 80 days. If he keeps banging goals in like that in the big games, and I'm sure that we could cough up the 3 million, sign him, definitely." I didn't see their game, to be honest. As I said, fantastic to see the fast pressing and urgency back in that play. And you were saying it, Kim, you were saying it last week that we don't have that urgency, and it looks like it's back. Hopefully we can kick on to Tynecastle on Sunday. Massive game. Every game is a cup final, and it was just a good night. It's just a good night. Like, fair enough, we conceded the goal, and okay, Dundee hit us on the counter, and we don't want to be moaning about it too much, because at the end of the day, we still won by 6 goals. And hopefully this will kick us on. The Motherwell win the weekend was a big one, but this is even a bigger one, because it means that building momentum from the weekend. Hearts away is always going to be a tough game, but we could go there and get another 4-1 victory. Correct, we could. If we really want to win this league, and we really want to make a statement to the team that's so-called top of the league, we need to show who's boss. At the end of the day, we beat them twice this season. Rangers, we need beating them twice. Regards to Hearts, we went to Tynecastle already earlier on the season. We beat them, and they ended up beating us in Celtic Park as well, unfortunately. But that's, I'm sure the players will feel that revenge in the cards after what happened at Celtic Park back in towards the end of the year. So we'll see what happens. Let me know in the comments as well who's your man of the match. There's been like obviously there's a lot of contenders for a man of the match. I thought, as I said, Taylor was outstanding. I thought Yang played well. I thought Johnston played well. I thought, Moyeda's finish was outstanding as well. I know we've criticised Moyeda, missing chances last weekend, but the way he turned, the way he slotted that ball in with his left foot, remarkable stuff. Really remarkable stuff. So there's 31 people tuning in tonight. Shout out to Paul that I was talking on the train on the way home. Shout out to him. Hope you're doing well, him and his pal. Thanks very much as well for the nice comments about the channel and stuff. Really appreciate it. Cheers, mate. As I said, just Celtic fan like you. Nothing else. But Susie says that's the Celtic we love. The back playing from, but that's it. Like Brendan, you could see the reaction from Brendan when Daniel Kelly's goal went in. That was an absolute cracker of a goal. He's a left-footed player, but he took on his right, and just the way he bent it into the far right corner. As I said, the only negative thing I take away from the game tonight is we should have had more. We should have had more. Honestly, we should have been 9 or 10. But look, what can you say? That's it. I thought Wata played well. I was that consumed because we're getting goals like every couple of minutes. I was just like, oh my god, this is just unreal. I thought he did play well. Look, he's played well in the last. He played well in the last few games. At the end of the day, we need to keep him in that defensive midfield. As I said so many times in the channel, you push Callum McGregor up, you'll get rewarded. We know that he has a goal in him, and the play for his goal was remarkable. All the goals were really good tonight. They weren't scrappy goals. They weren't tap-ins. They were really hard-earned, good free-flowing football, and done really well. Just back from the game, what a performance. Only annoying thing is them winning at Rugby Park. Look, forget about them. It's all about us, It's all about us. We still run the city. This is our city. I don't know if you can see that Jota mug days go, folks. That little mug. I know Jota's gone, but good times. That's a good one. It's a good one, Trey. Today is Brendan found his best 11. He made a point yesterday that it's not going to be the best 11 that finishes the game. It's all about bringing players off the bench that can make an impact, and we've seen it at Fair Park. There is players that can make an impact. And look, Palmer hit the crossbar as well tonight. And I know I haven't discussed that, but that was some shot by Palmer as well. I'm sure Trevor Carson's raging that you can see the 7 goals. And I've seen a picture as well of the not the Motherwell bus, the Dundee bus being told. It's just madness. Absolute madness. I said at half time on Sunday, the players were a disgrace. Well, we're delighted. It's mad how quick football can change in the space of 3 or 4 days. I was sitting there on Sunday moaning. I put a video up on the socials of Ange screaming at the Celtic players back in the Wright Rovers match. I think it was the Wright Rovers match. Could be wrong. And you look back, you're like, Brendan Rodgers, in my eyes, I know this sounds premature. I felt Brendan Rodgers was 12 minutes away from getting the sack of Celtic on Sunday. I felt like he was 12 minutes away from, only for them late goals and the style of play towards the end of it. It's mad to think, and as I said, I want Brendan to succeed. If he can get a reaction from these players, which he has done in the last 2 games, where he must have had a hairdryer treatment of getting them up for it, changing the tactics, getting the late winners, and going out today and getting the early goal. Because I said to my friend beside me, I was like, you know what, we need a second goal soon because I'll feel more nervous. We'll feel more nervous. And then we got into the second half, and I felt like we weren't even 6-0 up because it just went real stale. It was like we were waiting for a reaction. And look, we got that goal, and congratulations to Celtic B captain Daniel Kelly coming in and getting a goal for the club. And it's good to see youth players come through the ranks, and hopefully this will be at the start of something for Daniel Kelly as well, being around the team. I know he's been on the bench a couple of times this season, but it's a really good one. Long overdue. That's it. You just don't want this looking back at the end of the season, say, we won, we beat Dundee 7-1, we still didn't win the league. We want to be hopefully looking at this game and saying, this was one of the this was one of the games that changed their season. I still believe that the Freer Park game was the one that changed our season so far. So far, as I said, there's 10 games to go now, folks. 10 games to go. Difficult place on Sunday. Quite optimistic we can go there and beat Hearts. Hearts will be all up to do us. I don't care about other teams and what they're doing. We got to focus on in-house, as I said, getting it right. That's it, Susie. I completely agree with you. The league is theirs to win. We need to push on from this 100%. So there's 3060 is watching. Tell us where you are watching from, like town-wise. I know a lot of you don't say, but it would be good to just give you a little shout out. And look like he did look good, but Yang did make there was a nice flick in the second half from Yang, and he didn't get the credit from it, but he looked really Yang since the Asian Cup. Yang looks like a completely new player, and hopefully he keeps that mentality. He probably realizes now with the likes of Johnston and Tilio gone, he has a better chance of getting into this team. Look at James Forrest, where's to be seen. I know Brendan Rodgers came out and said James Forrest will have a part to play in these remaining games, but you can't drop Yang. And Cohen, I don't know what the story is with Nicholas Cohen. I just think that's another Derek Burhita right there, folks. I know there's a lot of time to change, and I just think we signed this guy on a 5-year deal. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing signing these players on 5-year deals? Crazy. I think you'd learn from after like the Joe Hart and the James McCarthy. Now Joe Hart has been a great servant to the club. I was saying tonight the people beside me, if we get a penalty, let Joe Hart take it. Let Joe Hart take it. Good evening, Paul. How are you getting on? Why the Celtics performance drop at the second half? They probably just felt like job done. They probably just felt like the job done. Maybe they felt like a little bit burned out. Could be. I know we made changes and stuff like that, but 6-0 up. It's either I have the hunger to keep going like Ange's team did, or either you can just play the football. I don't like when managers say you have to give other teams respect. No, you don't. You hit them aggressive football. Really hate that when they start talking about other teams and trying to show a bit of mutual respect and all. I hate that kind of malarkey. The difference is the players that finally start to play. Hopefully, as I said, hopefully. How's it going, boys? I hope you're well. 43 people tuning in tonight. As I said, I met a couple of people on the train tonight on the way home. Subscribers to the channel, thank you very much. Were we expecting 6-0 at halftime? Not a hope. I was expecting 1-0. As I said last night, my prediction was 2-0. My prediction was Eden Moyeda to score. That was my prediction. I had a prediction that Matt Riley would get an assist, but 2 assists in there. Look at Greg Taylor on the score sheet. Look at how much we've actually missed Greg Taylor. He played outstanding. You can just see with Greg Taylor's style of football, he's going to play as that defensive midfielder with Callum. It gives Callum that urgency to move up, and he has Tomoki there holding the line as well. Brilliant performance, never dropped off, just changed the game. So we have to start Tomoki at Tynecastle. He actually scored at Tynecastle as well. We have to start him. It's simple that. You go with Joe Hart, you go with Johnston, Taylor, CCV. CCV's scored tonight, his first goal of the season as well. Scalesy. And you know what I loved about Scales tonight? The ball was going out for a corner, and he just pulled out this big bicycle kick out of nowhere to clear the prevent it from going out. It was unbelievable. Yeah. You go with Tomoki, you go with Matt O'Reilly. As much as I've questioned Matt O'Reilly's performances in recent times, I think he turned on tonight. I think he's back to the magic Matt of this season. I think he's back there. I think overall, Celtic are back to where we want them. Hungry, aggressive football. determination, getting there. I'm not trying to come out with these buzzwords, tipping them off my head. Really, really, really good performance. And as I said, there's no point moaning about the goal we conceded. It was a good finish by Dundee, and yeah, they hit us on the counter, and we just didn't defend well. But at the end of the day, we won by 6 goals, and the goal difference as well. It all has a part to play, doesn't it? It was shit that day. It was brutal that Kilmarnock bottled it. It's mad. Kilmarnock are all up against Celtic, but when it comes to teams like Rangers, to just fold. Derek McInnes gets his brown envelope handed at half time to him. Or let concede 2 goals there, will you? We might give you the job in about 3 years' time if you play your cards right. So I feel like I was expecting a 4-0 overall, but it was all candy. We were outstanding. The subs brought. That's it. Okay. As I said, my only concern is Kyogo. Wasn't much of Kyogo tonight, to be honest, when he came off the bench. I thought Ida was outstanding. I thought Ida's work rate, even chasing back, and he was a part of one of the goals as well. And his header was remarkable. You could see how much momentum scoring at Celtic Park tonight. The buzz. I was sitting at I was sitting 118 tonight, and majority of the goals, 6 goals are down my half. I was like, oh, this is great. This is great. And this is the thing about Adamida, folks, is a lot of you dealt with Adamida. A lot of you weren't happy with the thoughts of getting an Irish player in, and he's only scored 19 goals in 132 appearances. A lot of people wrote Ida off before he came in the door. It's like a lot of people wrote Samaras off when he was at Man City, when he came in the door alone. And what happened? Samaras helped us win a title. As I said, I think it was very, like, as I said on the channel when Ida was coming in the door, I said it's not the marquee signing that we want, but we have to accept that comes in the door and give them a chance. And it's the same with Kun as well. As much as I've slayed Kun, Kun could turn a corner. At this moment in time, he's going to find it hard to get in the Celtic team when you have the likes of Yang turning the style on, Palmer getting his goal the weekend, Moyeda starting to get goals again after coming back from the Asian Cup. He's going to find it difficult. It's the same with always going to find it difficult to get into that even coming off the bench if Ida's banging goals, and then Kyogo is still going to be preferred up there as one of the main strikers. Always going to struggle to get into that team. As I said, I just feel like all needs a loan move in the summer. I think he needs a move to a team in the Premier League, even if it's a St. Mirren. Look at Kwan. Kwan's doing quite well for St. Mirren. They're looking to extend his loan move, and I would send Kwan on loan until January next year. I think give him a full year of getting to know the league, and I think Kwan's played quite well for St. Mirren. So we'll kick on with these comments. I'm just glad he's seeing who the best players are today. We went forward. We weren't happy to keep the ball in the midfield. I was screaming at one point, we have the players. That's it. At the end of the day, most of these, as fans, we know what these players can produce. But the manager should know as well. At the end of the day, he's been here before. I know the different crop of players. He was saying it kept eyeing the Celtic games as well, even when he was down at Leicester, Weaver and stuff, all this malarkey. It's very hard to buy into. But we need to know from the manager. He knows if he wants to get reaction and he wants to win this title. I think that winning this title will be better than any title we won before with Brendan Rodgers. Like, I'm talking about better than the Invincible title. I'm talking about this title. Winning this title this year is up there as the year we won it in 2008 for Tommy Burns. I really believe. I think there's a title race there. There's been so many hiccups from us. There's been so much roller coasters. If we really want to do this, we need to win every single game, beat them in the derbies, and you never know. You never know. Once we don't drop points, and they could fall on their arse as well. They have Europe to concentrate on as well. So it's for this, it's for us. It's as I said, it's a proper title race. I know. Some fans were saying to me back in October, it could be a helicopter Sundays. Don't be saying that kind of stuff to me. Well, good. Typical Kilmarnock against Rangers, as you said, we only need to focus on our own club. Exactly. I know in the back of my mind, I will probably think of their score and think of, right, they're in Europe. They're going to be playing Thursday night games. They'll be playing on Sunday. It's about us, our mentality going out and beating teams on the Saturday and then play catch up. Letting them play catch up to us. So that's an advantage for Celtic. The advantage is as well that we've Carter Vickers back. We're going to have a Tate back. You know, um, we have Johnston back. We have Taylor back. We have Joe Hart going out at the end of the season. We're going to try to win it as much for Joe Hart than anything else. You know, there's so much elements. We have Tomoki playing defensive midfield with McGregor pushing up, and he's a goal now. McGregor needed that goal big time because he's been very average this season, very average. So yeah, we'll get the comments coming through, folks, floating through. As I said, if you could even, if you want to contribute in any way and join the membership on the channel, there's been there hasn't been not a lot of members in the last couple of months, so the membership there is for 99 pence. You just click the YouTube channel and you click join, and there's a membership there. It just means it helps me towards the pushing the channel and getting a new ring light, for example. But I want to get one of them proper hairdresser ones, not these ones you buy in B&M, folks. If you have the balls, will you return the allocation? You won't have the balls. You won't return the allocation. It won't happen. It's all mind games with them gobshites. It's all mind games at the end of the day, Kaiser. Click it. It happened at Hibs. Let's do it at Hearts. 100%. Let's do it at Hearts. You know, it was late drama at Hibs to get them goals. You know, sometimes you gotta win ugly, folks. And tonight was aggressive football, and it was the right formula. We run ugly at Motherwell as well. We were brutal the first half. And look, I think that first half of football reminds me of, remember the 3-3 game against Kilmarnock into 2011-12 season, where we were down. Kilmarnock were beating us actually 2 or 3-0 at one point, and we came back and drew 3-3. Even though the difference between the Kilmarnock game and the Motherwell game, we ended up winning the Motherwell game. It was just the reaction of Celtic coming out and getting them 2 goals and Stokesy and Mulgrew and stuff. It was the reaction. It kind of had that kind of feel to it. I don't know if he's agreeing with me, and I just feel like, you know, there is fight there in that team. We're starting to see a bit of fight from the squad, and it's good to see. Thank you very much, Pat. I really appreciate the £2 super sticker. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate anything that comes away. You know, it's going to be spent wisely. You know, it's, as I said, all I'm happy at the end of the day is you subscribing to the channel, giving a comment below. That's the biggest thing to me. Anything else is a bonus in life, or anything else, you know. We have the comments back in the line now. As I said, I want to know in the comments, folks. Be honest. I know you said this is our best 11. What is your best 11? What do you go for against Hearts at Tynecastle? I know a lot of you are going to say the same team. Do we stay with either? Because I 100% stay with either. We stay with the back four. There's no point changing the back four. You know, there's no point changing the goalkeeper. You know, there's no point changing the midfields. You know, Maeda doesn't really have great games at Tynecastle, to be honest. I'll be brutally honest. I would probably put Palmer in at Tynecastle than Maeda. I'd keep Yang in there. Okay, there's players in the squad that can come in and make an impact. If they want to win this league and they want a league medal around their neck for the first time coming in the door this last summer, they got to work hard for it. At the end of the day, I think some fans were going into this campaign expecting. I was expecting a 12-point win. I'll be honest. And I'll go back on my videos. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, Keith, you were living on your green tints, aren't you? But football's very unpredictable, you know. Spot on, Keith. The onus is on us. We can win it or we can lose it. Exactly. Carl Vickers even took the captaincy from Callum McGregor at half time. I know he ended up giving it to Joe Hart before when he was coming off. But I just love CCV. I'm just delighted he signed a new deal. As I said, I think you're gonna love the best case scenarios. We all want him here long term. He's committed to a long term future, which would be great. It would be great to have the have CCV and Callum McGregor next season as leaders there, but we need more leaders. As I said, we need to add more, a bit more quality to the squad, and I mean leaders. We need people that can have that taste of Champions League. But that's another day's talk. What's about to talk about tonight is the win tonight, the goals, the Ida header, the Maeda finish, the Taylor goal, the CCV header, the Callum McGregor finish, the Daniel Kelly finish, as I call it, Bisto football. Unbelievable Jeff football. So Tamogi's brilliant in the defence and midfield role. Gets past him. That's the thing about him. He has a bit of pace as well about Tamogi. You probably don't like this comparison, but I'm going to put the comparison out. He reminds me of Bremen Kayal. He reminds me of Kayal a bit. There's something about me just reminds you of that snap in there, not afraid to get stuck in. And that's what reminds me of Tamogi. Reminds me of Kayal a bit. I loved Kayal. I thought Kayal was a cracking little player for Celtic. A few lovely goals as well. That goal against Dundee, I remember that. Okay, Shanklin's always a difficult SOB to play against, but we should be fine. He's on form. Look, he wants to get into the Euro squad for Scotland completely. We know what we're against with Lauren Shanklin, but yeah. I want to ask is that are watching tonight, there's 48 watches. Do we still go in for Owen Beck in the summer? Do we still inquire about getting Owen Beck as a left back at Celtic on a permanent basis? You have the right to support our team, Keith, buoyant, loyalty, belief. There's no reason, Celtic fans. We got the league in the bag. No, we don't have the league in the bag just yet. Jesus, don't be saying we the league in the bag. Well, 10 games to go, Tommy. 10 games to go. 10 games to go. Let's just do the countdown podcast after every game, and hopefully I will say, yeah, we do have the league in the bag. This we beat them at Ibrox, it's gonna be interesting that morning. I'm flying back to Glasgow that morning from Dublin. Literally flying from Glasgow to Dublin at 12 o'clock in the night. Drop me kids off, back up 2 hours later, and back on the plane to Glasgow. Emotional times. Literally feel like sleeping in the airport at that rate, just staying on it for the night in the airport. But I'll end up putting myself to sleep and miss the game. Tamogi plays like, that's it. When we give him that confidence. So, Tommy, I completely agree with you. As I said already, I think we're missing that physicality up front. And I think, we've seen it. Obviously, he's had to score on 2-headed goals in the last couple of games. And that's what we've been missing. Look, we all love Kyogo, but I think most teams just Kyogo. Kyogo is, as my uncle said it to me about 6 weeks ago, he's a big game player. He turns up for the Champions League games and the Derby games. He has turned up for Europa League games as well in his Celtic career. But yeah, I just love Kyogo, but there's something missing with that boy at the moment. You've got faith. There's nothing wrong with having faith, and I love your optimism. I love it. I love the way that you feel, and I'm glad that you've turned the corner. I'm glad that you feel it. I'm glad that majorities have turned the corner now and starting to feel like our heads are in it. I'm really glad that we're feeling this. I'm glad that we are, because at the end of the day, we go there on Sunday, we win. Simple as that. There's no bullshit. There's none of this, hold off, let's play defensive football. Because I'll be honest with you, I brutally feel on Sunday, it might be the same replica first half as it was in Motherwell. Very slow, very trying to suss the team out. I feel it could be, but in the second half, I feel we're going to do what we've done in the first half tonight. Go out there and, take it to them. Hopefully, we wish we could take it to them in the fourth. We'll see what happens. Look at this. It's all. Stephen John says, get in there, Ida. XXX. Yes, slide them X's in. Fair play. We have the strength of the team. Looked at Kyogo as a luxury player. But that's the thing, he was linked with moves to Spurs, and there was links on to Burnley, and I was just like, we can't get rid of Kyogo. He's one of our key assets, and I just feel like he's fallen off the face of the earth most games. And there's no excuse now. It's not saying he's not getting enough service, because we've seen over the last 2 games, the engine room is back working midfield on the wingers. So I don't know what's going on with Kyogo. We're all happy that Ida's banging goals in, but it'd be great to have both scoring, like Venegar, like Scott McDonald, like Hooper, like Stokes, like Edward, like Dembele, like Griffiths. We want Kyogo back to it. As I said, I'm being positive tonight. I feel really, really good. As I said, I'll pop on. I said I have a chat with you. Just get the comments in. Get the comments in. As I said, don't be afraid to subscribe. It's completely free of charge. Free of charge. And hopefully Celtic can go on and win the league for this man. Most of all for this man. Obviously the fans are number one, but it'd be good to see Big Joe getting a good send off. Feels like I live in that hat, to be honest with you. So we're gonna pin the fixtures that we have coming up, just to remind some folk on the channel, and that's completely okay. We'll get right. Let me see. Here we go. I know the noise of a mouse will go through your head, wouldn't it? It's like being back in primary school again when you're starting your first computer class, and you hear people around you like clicking the mouse like 20,000 times. Right, get rid of this comment for a minute, Graham. Just have to. So Hearts, as we know, on Sunday, 12 o'clock kickoff on Sky Sports, and then we move on to Livy in the Scottish Cup. We should beat them. Let's be honest. We should beat Livy. We should be beating Livy. But we're on the trend now. We're starting to get our form right. Regardless if it's Scottish football or Scottish Cup or domestic football or the league of football. We need to get there. St. Johnstone always gives me a bad taste in my mouth because it reminds me of the start of the season. But look, hopefully we've turned the corner on this one. Then Livy again away. Livy will be a difficult one. Always is a difficult one. Livy in the Tony Macaroni Stadium, and then we have them on the 7th of April. Big game, and then St. Mirren at home, which I'll be at the St. Mirren game. Hopefully, that's the plan, to be at the Celtic and St. Mirren game. So let's go to the comments and get this picture off. This is also my NTL training top from 2002. Was it 2002? Yep. Good to see loads of people tuning in. 54 people, folks. As I said, if this is your first time coming on the channel, please like and subscribe. There's loads of you that come in and don't subscribe. Subscribe. There's no point in watching all my videos and not pressing that magic red and white button. It helps me. It makes me look at my YouTube Studio app, and when I see one more person going up, I'm delighted. It means that I'm actually moving forward in the right direction. So subscribe if you can subscribe. Like other folks, you subscribe to their channels, no problem. As I said, I'm not the most professional person or the best journalist, the best person to respond on Celtic full-time reaction videos. I'll give you passion, better than half the other people. So look, anyway, everyone does a great job what they do. Sky Sports don't care about SPL football, in my opinion. Completely agree with you. They don't care about it. They literally, it was the worst decision when BT lost the contract, because yes, Chris Sutton is now in the Sky Sports punditry box, but let's be honest, come on. Chris Boyd, shocking pundit. Brutal pundit. Even when it comes to Gillette Soccer Saturday, he is a shocking pundit. He shouldn't, I don't know how he has a job, to be honest with you. James McFadden, not too bad, but look, if they were serious about Scottish football, they'd be trying to put more games on. As you keep saying, it's the home of Scottish football. So let's see what happens. Paul, I hope you're doing well. Great to see you, Paul. It was good chatting with you as well. I was only talking about you earlier on the podcast. I did say put a Peru flag in for the lap, but yeah, good to meet you and your pal. And you know, maybe more times, Paul. Just taking one game at a time. 100%. Strange love, Doctor. I completely agree with you. There's no point of thinking too far ahead. I know I put the fixtures up and I said this is what we have. You just some people would be looking at the fixtures and saying, well, look, every game is winnable. Simple as that. But we need to turn up and play to the intensity and for a purpose like they have tonight. It's simple like that. There's no point of going in and saying 3 or 4 nil. I'd be happy with, as I said, I'd be happy to scrape a 1-0, get 3 points, get them points up the board. Around 68 points now, so let's push. Tonight goes to show when we show up, we're a top tier team. But now we've shown it, we need to keep the pace and momentum. Best comment of the night, folks. That is the best comment of the night. I love that comment. It gives me happiness reading stuff like that. You gotta take every game as it comes. And Kaiser says, well said, Keith. You're doing a fantastic job. Share the stream, smash the like and subscribe, shaggers. At the end of the day, if they want to subscribe, they want to subscribe. If they want to come back another day and subscribe, go ahead. But it just really does annoy me because, as I said, I'm not trying to moan and throw me toys at the pram. People don't realize what the prep goes on to these streams. You got to put a tripod up, you got to put webcams up, you got to set all this up, you got to get a table from B&M, you got to get a mouse, you got to buy a microphone that's worth 130 quid, a sponge on it. Like, there's a lot of work gets put into this. You know, it's not just a simple, how's it going, Joe? You know, I didn't see the comment about JL tonight. I didn't see it, to be honest. There's so much contenders, to be honest. I know we didn't get to talk about this on the train. I probably would say Matt O'Reilly because he got a couple assists in there, and he got a goal as well. I thought Yang was outstanding. I thought Yang really done well. I thought he really turned the heat on tonight, especially in the first half. I thought Yang was outstanding. You know, Alan looked like he was coming back to his best, but time will tell. I'd probably go with Matt O'Reilly. You know, I thought he did played really well. You know, as I said, holding the ball up, scoring as well. But yeah, good girl, good girl. I want to get a T-shirt of Brendan Rodgers saying just like the bubble saying "good girl." You know, Yang for me. Yeah, I think a lot of people are saying Yang as well. To win this league this season would be extra special. 100%. 100%. It gives me the butterflies even talking about winning this league from them because they're feeling like, oh, we're winning penalties, this penalty, that. Yes, they're winning games. Fair enough. Football teams win games, but it's having that hunger and desire, winning that trophy. You know, you don't want to just win it comfortably. You want to have an actual challenge and to steal it. Think about it, we could win that league in the final derby game of the season. We could win it. But it's a lot of football to be played. We need good characters. We need good leaders. At the end of the day, we can all rely on Callum McGregor and Carter Vickers, but everyone out there has to fight for that shirt and fight for that place. And that's being out simple. Which is what they gave the team play 100%. She asked, did she add? Didn't? Oh, did she? Was she back on tonight? Was she? Jane Lewis? Jane Lewis? Who do you think she is? I was going mad when O'Reilly hit the crossbar. I thought that was Yang that hit the crossbar. Now, I didn't get to see the highlights of the game, folks. Just to let you know, I literally came in the door, put the kettle on, and set this up. So I didn't get to see the highlights again. I was at the game, but I didn't get to see the highlights. Was it? Did he hit? I thought that was Yang that hit the crossbar. Jesus. Think about that. He has something else in the centre midfield. And the thing about Wata is, right, that's his best position. And Wata can play centre back as well. Yeah, she's a good girl. 100%. Right, folks, I'm jumping off. I just want to give a massive thanks to everyone that's subscribed tonight, that's tuned in. A massive thanks as well for the fantastic super sticker as well of £2. Thank you very much, Pat. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much to Paul as well. I met on the train. And I'm really privileged to have a lot of you that watch the channels and tune in and give his opinion. As I said, if you can share this video, suggest my channel to your friends. It's only a 30-second conversation. It would be really appreciated. I said at the end of the day, folks, I'm going to give you passion. I'm going to give you honesty as much as I can. If I could sit down and do a podcast every night and talk about Celtic, I would love to do it. But I just have a busy life. Busy life. I know you don't want to hear my spiel about what I do. As I said, I work Monday to Friday. I go home to Dublin most weekends, and then I'm back over here working Monday to Friday, and I get the odd weekend off. As I said, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in, and I'm trying to cover games. So when I'm sitting down the weekends, when I'm trying to spend quality time with kids, I'm also sitting there with a laptop trying to think of what topics to talk about. So when I sit there and only get 200 views on a video, it puts me down for the day, to be honest, because it means I've been sitting there all morning brainstorming stuff, and half these don't even bother turning up. If it's not appealing, just say, Keith, try something a bit different, you know. As I said, it'd be great to see more subscribers come in the door. I love doing this channel, you know. He's helped me through a lot. Hell, Jerry Boyd, how are you getting on, buds? Saves tonight in the next games and we win this league. I love the optimism, as honestly. Robert Hunter. Right, but folks, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you very much. And roll on. I will be doing a podcast on Saturday night, folks. Saturday night. I might do one tomorrow night as well with someone else. I might get Kaiser on. We'll see what the crack is. At the end of the day, we'll see what the crack is. I'll be definitely doing one Saturday night on my own anyway. So thanks very much for tuning in. Do subscribe, and I'll speak to you all soon. Hell.